One Piece chapter 941. So the old laughing dude was Yasu the Hedgehog. Okay, Oda, I see where you're going with this one, man. Like this is good. So that explains why Toko and why Hiyori, why they were so damn close. That all makes sense now. I might have overlooked that before, but that makes sense why all of a sudden you have it where she's saying like, hey, you know, she keeps my secret, it's our secret, we make a game out of it. Now this is making sense. Okay. And I thought that, you know, having her running towards her father after she learns that he's going to be executed and she still got that smile on her face, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, Oda's showing you that, you know, just because somebody's laughing and smiling doesn't necessarily mean that they're happy. You know, sometimes you can be in pain. And so I like that little moment right there to where even though my dude Yasu is being crucified, which I didn't even realize, and maybe this is just me, but I didn't realize, like, when somebody got crucified like that, they were that high off the ground. Like, I didn't fucking realize that until now. Like, this dude is high as fuck up in the air, and he's even saying like, look, you know, I'm gonna give a whole ass speech before I die. You know, I'm really glad that you guys didn't fucking forget me, but at the end of the day, all your pleas are gonna fall on deaf ears. You know, Orochi's not going to allow me to stay alive. But that's okay. I'm going to go into the great beyond and I'm going to be smiling. That's up there with old boy from Drum Island, man. I think it was Hirlook, where, you know, Hirlook was giving his speech before he actually ended up dying. Like, that's like, that hits, man. That fucking hits big time after everything we've gone through in 2020, where you had like the coronavirus and everything. I mean, technically coronavirus is still here. So I mean, after everything that's gone on, and this dude still got this big ass smile on his face, like, shit. I know for me, man, like if you told me I was dying, I don't think I would. I really don't think that that's something that I'd be able to accept, man. Like, fuck that. Like, I got a life filled with regrets, like stuff I ain't done yet. You telling me, like, you know, death staring me in the face, I'd be angry, I'd be crying, all types of shit. I got no fucking problem saying that shit either. Like, when you look at this dude, for him to have been beaten like that and to still be facing death in the face, he's got a daughter that he ain't seen in a while, to still have that look on his face like that. Oh, he's a real one. He get mad respect for this shit. You know, you press F in the chat for him before he even dies, man. Like, Jesus, man. Like, that's mad respect right there. Now, what I do gotta say though, backing up a little bit, is I like how, you know, you get this really cool moment where, you know, Brook steps in and Brook is like, Zoro, what happened? And I was actually told about this panel beforehand, you know, where I was talking to one of you guys on Twitter. I'm not going to say your name out of respect. I don't know if you want me to put your stuff out there like that, but I was talking to one of you guys out there on Twitter, and, you know, you're like, hey, man, like, did you see Zoro? And I was talking about Komurasaki, and he was like, did you already see Zoro sleep with her? And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, nah, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I wasn't saying what the fuck in a bad way. I thought he was trolling at first. And then when I got this panel, I said, oh, shit, he actually slept with him. I see what he mean. You know, Zoro was like, hey, we were just sleeping, nothing else. You know, Brook was being a motherfucking wingman. Brook was like, yo, okay, I'm gonna back out for a second, Zoro, I see you. But then Brook can't help himself. He's like, yo, Hiyori, can I see those panties? Yo, man, I fucking love that shit, man. Brook ain't got no fucking filter, man. I love this motherfucker, man. Like, but what's so interesting though is, like, you know, Hiyori's just like, you know, many men would get infatuated with the idea of sleeping next to me. How did you feel? I think she said besotted, and that means infatuated. And so I like how Zoro's like, you can see the bright side out of any situation, can't you? And I'm like, okay, so that means Zoro didn't hit it. Because when I saw the panel, I said, yo. But it's in character for Zoro, man. I think if Zoro pipes anybody down, it's probably going to be Tashigi, man. So, I mean, I see what Oda's doing there. You know, Oda's just kind of poking fun at the situation. Makes total sense. And it does make sense because, you know, they're not going to sit there and Zoro gonna be sitting up there hitting that shit from the back, and you got Toko right there knocked out. You know, that's the last thing you need is for this bitch to be smiling and shit while she's watching. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, man. I got a fucked up sense of humor. But, you know, the thing is that, like, I get it. My first knee-jerk reaction was like, man, did Zoro really hit this shit and just send this little kid out the room somewhere and say, hey, the adults need to play? And as she walked in, he's just like, no, we're just wrestling. We're naked wrestling. But you can't participate. Go build a snowman or some shit. Make that motherfucker laugh somewhere. Yo, but what I will say though is that, you know, for Zoro, again, it's in character form. And the other thing about this chapter is I also like how, you know, Luffy, on just the humor part, you know, Luffy gets super fat overnight, but you know, the thing that I think that they're going to be in for a shock with, I want to say they should have already seen this, is the fact that, you know, Luffy's body just burns through calories so fast, he's going to slim back down before once they start fighting. But what I like, though, is the fact that as all this is going on, like, they've got the funeral / the execution for Komurasaki, and it's one of those things where they're going to have Komurasaki's funeral / execution, even though she's actually deceased. They're still kind of trying her like a criminal, and they're doing it alongside what you saw with Yasuie. And so Orochi don't even realize it, but by doing the things that he's doing, he's setting the stage for the people to actually turn against him. That's the one thing you don't actually want in a scenario like this. So that's going to be interesting to see how quickly the public begins to fully turn on him and Kaido. Could this be a situation where an entire country, not just the prisoners, not just the people that were followers of the Kozuki clan, but the entire country, after everything happens, they rise up against Kaido? Now, if you do something like that, I can accept a defeat of Kaido. I can accept that because that's one of those things where you're showing true liberation at this point. That kind of also fits into one of the themes that you see in One Piece, where Luffy goes to these different islands, throws himself into the culture wars that are happening on the island, and then Luffy ends up leaving his thumbprint on it. So I think that, you know, if Oda is setting this up, Kin'emon has an opportunity to where he can really win the optics of public opinion. It kind of shows you the politics behind a coup d'etat. Before you do the coup d'etat, one of the things ideally that you would like to do is to get as much of the public support, in your opinion, in terms of winning the battle of public opinion. So I think that, you know, Kin'emon has a very good chance to offset the fact that they know the rebellion's coming by taking advantage of the different events that are transpiring to win more people over to his side. So my question to you guys is, how do you all feel about the fact that Yasuie is being crucified in front of everybody? Do you think that was going a step too further? Or do you think that Orochi was right that they need to make an example out of him? Let me know how you feel about that down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.